Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Alif Ramadan, and you can call me Alif. I am from Storytelling Division. Today, I will tell you a fantasy story. The title is The Wraith. On the, on the world full of snow, there was a village near Pinewoods Mountain. On that village lived a lot of people was working together to make their life better. Several groups were harvesting fruit, several groups were hunting animals, several groups were defending the village. And then there is magic that have some basic element of fire, wind, weather, and soul. And then there is something that passed down from the people which make that village on the first place. A story to tell people to don't enter fortified house that is hidden on that fort on that wood near Pinewood Mountain. And the consequence if there is someone entering that forbidden house will be destruction of that village by the guardian of that house. The, they call the guardian as Wraith, the invisible monster that floating around, breaking everything it sees, and only can be spotted by its blue tail. And then the only thing that can end the Wraith is the Excalibur sword that is hidden somewhere on that forbidden house. On that village, left Cal and then with his best friend. His best friend name is Otbert. Cal Baron, our explorer who is investigate about that great story. But sadly, his parents are already dead 4 years ago when Carl are still 15 years old. And then he left together with Otbert until Carl is 17 years old. And on 17 years old, Carl made his own house. And now Carl are 19 years old, while Otbert is still 18 years old. One day, Otbert and Carl were harvesting fruit with fruit harvesting group. Hurry up, Carl!
Yeah, wait me, Albert. I'm still picking up some berries.
After Carl finished picking up some berries, Carl and Albert were run back to that fruit harvesting group. And then on the way home, hey Carl, do you know that red story? A story to help us to don't enter that forbidden house? Is that it? Yeah, that story. Do you believe that story? I don't believe that story. They don't have any evidence to prove that once happened. And then they don't even know where is that house is. But I'm sure your parents should know. My parent? My parent maybe know, but they don't tell anyone, not even me. And now they are already dead. I'm sorry, Carl, for amending that. Yeah, no problem. After they arrived to the village, Cal and Otbert fell up their harvest, and then Cal goes back to his house and continued his daily routine. At the night, Cal will talk about his conversation about him with outburst on that forest. Hmm, if that story were right, why they don't know where that house is? Maybe they are hiding something that we should not know. Okay then, let's find out tomorrow. At the next day, Cal are getting ready for his journey to search where is that forbidden house was. After he is ready, he goes to Otbert's house, and then after he knocked on the door, there is no answer. He looked on the window and he saw Otbert is still sleeping. And then he picked up a piece, a thin piece wood plate that lying on the ground. And then with power magic, Kyle read something on that plate that said he he will go to that forest again to search where is that forbidden house was. And then he left this thin piece of wood in front of Oddbird's house. And then Carl continued his journey to find that forbidden house. After 3 hours of searching, Carl is still found nothing, and then he saw Oddbird running from that direction. Hey Carl, what are you doing here? Like what I have said on that plate, I'm finding that forbidden house. Hmm. Okay then. After you after you find it, will you believe that story? Maybe yes. Okay then, I'll help you. Thanks, Oddbird. That's helped a lot. And then after 2 hours of searching, finally, Oddbird found a stone that looked like a button. He told what he saw to Cal, and then they two ran back to where that rock was. After they on that rock, Cal pressed that rock, and then suddenly a wall, a wooden wall appeared behind them. And then he, and then they climbed that wall. After they have on the other side of the wall, they saw a house that feels so old and dusty. And then Cal and Oddbird were entered that house, and then on the end of the room, they saw a wooden sword. Hmm. So this is maybe true. Yeah, of course is it true. Hmm. Why don't give it a try? No, please don't. Cal was picking up that sword, and then immediately a, a hole appeared beneath Oddbird, and then he fell on that hole. On that hole, he find a sword that looked like Excalibur sword. Cal picked up this sword and then run back to that village and save everyone. And then what about you? I'm sorry, Oddbird. Yeah, no problem. Just hurry up. Goes back to that village. Okay, then go. Bye. And then Cal were hurry up running back to that village. But sadly, after he arrived on that village, the village is feel so quiet. He opened every house door and he only saw a dead body and that house. And on an every single house. On every single house, he only saw dead body lying around that house. He feels so sad about what have he done. He feels so angry because his beloved village had been destroyed by Wraith. And luckily, Albert arrived on time. And then he calmed Cal and pursued Cal to forgive himself and continued his life on the near village. And that's the end of my story today. The write and the message that writer want to say is don't act recklessly like you don't care at all. Think carefully first before you do anything that feels dangerous. Okay, that's thank you for listening until this point, and I'm sure there is many mistakes that I have made on this story. Goodbye everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.